Let's check out a new release from Alexander James. I did the unboxing, had a little more time to spend with it, take a little bit closer look at it, and I am impressed. I think one of the most impressive things, for me at least on this one, is going to be that dial, because it's a mother of pearl dial in green, but there's a grid pattern on it, almost like a waffle pattern. So I kind of think this is my favorite pick out of all of them, because you can get like a snowflake one or a aventurine dial, but really this one just kind of, I don't know, it just looks awesome. So let's get into this. Again, big thanks to Alexander James. That's the brand and the person behind the brand in the Chicagoland area. There's a little nod to Chicago on the case back of this. I'll show you that in a moment as well. I've done a video review of some of his earlier watches. He was typically modding or building NH powered watches. Now this is completely his design, and it's using the Miyota 9039 no date automatic hacking hand winding movement in there. So a little bit more suited for this watch. I think I don't know. I feel like they're a little bit more premium than the Seiko movements. The Seiko movements are fine, but it's nice to have that 4 hertz sweep that this one has. So the case on this is all stainless steel, of course, and it is 38 millimeter wide. The lug to lug is a 45.8 millimeter. The thickness is only 10.5 millimeter. It is not very thick. So it is, you can achieve that thinness partly because of the movement, but also just the case design. So it's really well done. Then you have a 20 millimeter lug opening, and this bracelet does taper down to 16 millimeter. You can see it has kind of chamfered polished edges, and it's brushed on the top, which is where, this is a good, you actually want to wear this watch, because this, usually the outside part of the watch is where you're going to get most of your scratches. So they're just not going to show as obvious without having that polished center or outer links, with it being all brushed. It's just going to be a more wearable type watch. Then you have a nice fold over clasp, double pushers, and then you'll notice there's no holes on the side for micro adjust. Rather, we have the toolless on the fly push button system that you can adjust on the fly. The bracelet links are split pins, and there's arrows indicating which way you push those out. I don't know, whatever you guys' thoughts are on that, I'm telling you right now, I've never had a split pin failure, and I can size a split pin bracelet with my eyes closed. Don't challenge me on that. I don't want to do it, but I will. Yeah, they're just super simple. I can do it really quick with my also Chicago native Bob Labs spring bar tool. So a lot of Chicago stuff going on here. I love that city. So 6.4 millimeter signed screw down crown. This is a 100 meter water resist watch, and that movement is also regulated plus minus 10 seconds. So we have a really good level of accuracy. If we take a closer look, you can see you have applied markers, 369 Arabics at the cardinal positions, and then a double marker at the 12 o'clock, and then nice rounded out markers everywhere else. Those kind of really match up well with that nicely legible handset, with the minute hand and the second hand going so far out to the track. Yeah, you can see right there with the tip. It goes like almost to the edge. So that's pretty cool. And then you have all those hash marks going all the way around with little diamonds. Just noticing that you have diamonds kind of at the, what do we have them at? The evens, I guess? Yeah. So that's a nice little attention to detail. You guys see that? That's pretty cool. Nice little attention to detail. But that dial, you can just see how when the light hits that mother of pearl, it gets, you see the natural element to it for sure. And then if we look at the case back, you'll see we have the 4 stars there. That's in nod to the Chicago flag. So I'm not sure what those stars stand for, but I'm sure some of you guys do, and you can fill me in. I'm sure they have some sort of meaning. Let's pop this on my 7 1/4 inch wrist, and then we'll close out by doing a lume shot. I did not size it, by the way, right after I just bragged about being able to size split pin, no problem. But there it is on my 7 1/4 inch wrist. That's the other thing. When you go flat brushed surfaces, see what it does? It's very jewelry-like. And then with that mother of pearl dial, it just really pulls it all in together. But now we can turn off the lights and you can see how well the BGW9 lume will glow. I'm going to cheat a little bit. I'm going to give it a full blast with the UV light because I just want you guys to have the full effect. And I'll put a link down below so you can click it, check it out, see what color works best for you. Yep, it's a nice healthy application of lume. Looks pretty even to the naked eye. It looks even on the, when I say even, I'm talking about the hands to the markers. Sometimes there's a discrepancy in that. One will glow a little bit brighter or dimmer than the other. These ones seem really well balanced. That seems like things that we just expect all the time. But when you're creating a product or a watch like that, that's not always achieved as easily as you think. It's behind the scenes sort of thing. You know, you got to make sure that's calculated and done just right. So anyway, guys, thanks for watching, and I'll catch you on the next video.